Hi and welcome everyone. This is Nikhil Kapahi, your host, currently doing this alongside my job at Amazon. These are some of the shorter clips from the long format conversation that we have on our channel. I hope you enjoy this. Your later entrepreneurship, like your tacos was a bit, that's not a problem
Yeah,
solving in itself, right? I'm just wondering, like, is it always
I think
trying to
that's a really great question. I think that clues into something because I think problem solvers are natural entrepreneurs. Because if you're, I don't know if this is true. I had a couple drinks earlier, so maybe at my lunch when I was having a couple drinks, I might not be fully clear headed. But here's my theory after a couple drinks is that I think when you're problem solving and figuring out how to make something work better, it's kind of tickling that side of your brain where it's like, okay, here's the challenge, here's what we need to figure out and how to get it there. And then you get the satisfaction of before and after. It's like painting a room, you get to see before and after. But with business, you have an idea and maybe that tickles some areas of your brain, but what really turns it into a business is going, oh, I have a good product, how do I get it to become popular? How do I sell it? How do I do these things? It is always problem solving. You are always trying to figure out what levers can you pull to get this to work the best in the way that you want to do it. So I had never thought of it until you asked that question. So
no,
very
is
well
it
done.
like if I translate it, like for example, tacos was burrito, Alex came up with a game at 7 years old, and did you transcribe the problem in a way that, okay, here's a great game. I love it. I love playing with this, and my
Yeah,
son
yeah.
loves it. We're having so much fun. Now I'm gonna make it into a challenge to see if others enjoy it and if I can get it
Yeah,
into others'
it
hands.
wasn't actually that. So this one, Taco versus Burrito, is very different than any of the other products that I've done because it was Alex's invention. So I was just his mom going along with the ride. And to be honest, I thought through the process he would just learn how I do things because I'd made other products. He'd seen them. He'd seen me do Shark Tank. He knew that, side of things, but he didn't know how you take an idea and then make it into a product. So when he just pronounced one day when he was 7, I want to make a game called Taco versus Burrito and I want to do a Kickstarter. I still feel like I might have messed him up a little there to want to do a Kickstarter. Like, you're 7. What do you know about wanting to do a Kickstarter? But that's what he wanted. And to be honest, I didn't think of it as a problem. I didn't think of it as anything. I just thought of it as, with Alex, it was just hanging out and following his brain where it went. Like, had he said, I really want to do a Kickstarter, and then just like he said, what does it take? And we had just sat down and talked about what it took, and he never thought of it again, it's still awesome. Like, we had a good conversation. But when he kept going on it, so then each week we would go down to the coffee shop with the latest version of whatever he'd come up with. And then we play tested and then we play another game and he'd come up with new ideas. That was definitely not, I did not have a business hat on. I did not have a problem solving hat on. I just had a mom hat of like, he loves doing this. I love watching him love this and we are having fun. So it really wasn't beyond that. And even to the Kickstarter, I knew he wanted to do it. I don't think he fully understood what he was talking about, but I thought, well, this will be fun. When he's older, he can see, like, I had this idea when I was 7. I created a card game, I did a Kickstarter. And to be honest, when we were doing this whole process, I thought that would be end. Like, that's the end of the idea. Like, because I had a different job. I had good hangups going. I was like, I wasn't thinking this is going to be a business at all. Like, I way underestimated people's reaction to it. It is a great game. I knew it was a great game, but I also knew there are lots of great things out there that nobody knows about, right? Like, so who's going to say this one's going to be it? So I really thought we would just show him how you take an idea and make a product, and he would have something he could say, I did this, And so I didn't have any of those hats on yet. So I didn't put any hats on. I more just was, having fun with him and just enjoying the process And then we did the Kickstarter, and I was shocked. I mean, that's an understatement there, because I really thought we would tell his friends and his family how to get it on Kickstarter. And this would be him understanding how you make a thing and you sell a thing. I did not think anyone else was going to back this, because we said a 7-year-old made this. You cannot play it. Why would you think it's good? Why would you think this is going to be good? Like, but I think he was a genius in bringing the name taco versus burrito, coming up with that name, because people have a lot of opinions about tacos and burritos. And the weirdest thing is that he came up with that name, and he does not like tacos or burritos. So I do not know why he came up with that name, but it was just like, that's what it's called. He didn't know how to play it. That's what it's called. So I would say
So
that
you did not
first
market
bit,
this? You did not market when it went on Kickstarter.
we did.
Uh,
We went on Kickstarter. We didn't have a marketing approach. I approached it as a project for me and him.
if you enjoyed this short clip, I'm 100% sure you're going to love the full video. Please go subscribe and click on notification button. These guests you will not find anywhere else on the platform, because these are handpicked from my network. I really appreciate you for listening in. Thank you so much.